So here is our code so far from the previous lecture. Now today I'll be showing you how you can disable the resizing of a window. All you need to do is just add this line win.resizable 0,0 and let's execute our program now. So you can see the window has appeared, but now we just can't resize it. There is no option to resize. Even the maximize button has been disabled, but you can still close it. Next, I'll be showing you how we can add a label to our window. So for that, from the tkinter module, we can import the ttk module. So this module has the necessary code to add a label to our window. So I'm removing this resizable option now. Now let's say my label equals ttk dot label. So we are adding our label to this window win. So we have to pass the name of the window and then you provide the text for that label. So text is equal to, let's say, welcome. Next, we also provide the location for our label. So my label dot grid row equals 0 means first row and first column equals 0. Now let's save it and check the output. So you can see how this window has appeared. It is very small in size, that's why it's difficult to drag it. So we can increase its size. So by default, when you add a label, just for optimization, the window size by default becomes small, but you can resize it and now you can see that a label has been added on top left corner of the window. Now we can also add a button to our window. So after adding the label, we can write my button equals ttk dot button. Again, we are adding to this window and the text will be, let's say, click me. And what will happen when we click on this button? So for that, we need to provide another parameter, command equals click me. Now assume that this is a function. This is a function that we are going to create in a while. So when the button is clicked, this function will execute. And we also provide the location for this button. So my button dot grid row equals 0 and column equals 1. Now let's add this function. So we can create it over here. Def click me. Now I want my button label to update itself or text to update itself. So I will write my button dot configure. I will call the configure function and here I'll provide the text I was clicked. And let's also change the foreground color of the label. So my label dot configure foreground equals red. It's done. Now let's check the output. So we can resize the window. And now if we click on this button, you can see how the foreground color has changed to red. Also, how the text of this button has been updated. So that's all for now. I hope you have understood how to add a label or a button to our window in Python. Thank you for watching and see you soon in the next class.